Welcome. Sunday night live. We'll get a little sound check here in a second. Make sure everything's working. And then we'll get started. What's up, guys? Can everybody hear me okay? Is the sound quality good? It's always changing, forever changing, so I just got to find out before we get too far in. Sounds good? Awesome. All right, well, I decided to go live tonight on the main channel because I have a few new products that are perishable, so I wanna try those out and show you guys those products. But also, I want to show you guys some new vegan apparel that I'm excited about that I have on my Vegan Zombie store. And some of it is all the things I'm going to show you today is time sensitive. So if you're interested, then stick around, and we'll do a Q&A after that. All right, so yeah, welcome to the stream. I guess let's start out by saying, let's see, I got 3 new products here that I want to show you guys, and also I have some new apparel. So right here we have some. You guys asked for it. I asked you guys if anybody would be interested, and a bunch of you said you would. So we have some, it shows the times that we're living in, but we have vegan masks, vegan zombie masks. So you put these over. We got the vegan zombie one right here. These are my sample ones that I have, so I wouldn't be sending you ones that I'm wearing. But these are my samples. We have vegan zombie in the green right there. Notice the eye is not an eye, it's a zombie holding a bunch of carrots. These are comfortable masks too. I usually wear the bandana. I'm used to wearing my bandana. We got masks here. I'm glad you guys got notifications. We got the Go Vegan. Stranger Things font. Go Vegan. Bam, go vegan. No more pandemics. That's what we all want to see, right? And then the last one is the Zombie Crew. I made a new design for this too, by the way, but this is the one that's on there right now. It will be changing soon. And there's a ticker right now on the site. The site is linked below. I think it's under the beanies, aprons kind of thing. But there's a ticker there because they're time sensitive. These aren't like print on demand with my printer. So we got to get like a pre-order of a bunch of them in, and then we'll make an order. But we're going to try our best to send them out. They're going to be sent out on the 29th. So it's possible for some of you to get it on Halloween. Some of you probably get it a few days after, but that's the best I could do. And the reason why is because, so I had a new design that I have in my mind that I wanted everybody to have the design before Halloween. And I got started on this in early September, but it just didn't work out. So I hired somebody to do the artwork. It's hard to describe what you're really looking for to sometimes to people. And I went on Fiverr. So Fiverr is it's the first time I've ever used it, and Fiverr is a website where you can hire other artists or pretty much anything like to make something for you. It could be like artwork, drawing, it could be music, it could be pretty much anything. So I looked for logos for t-shirts and stuff, and so the first guy, he did really, really good artwork, but I don't know if English was his first language and there was a breakdown of communication, and he kept doing exactly what I was saying I didn't want. So I ended up eventually having to cancel my order with that guy, and that took me way further into like getting this done in time for like a Halloween thing. So the second guy said, yeah, he thinks he can do it, and but it was the delivery time was way longer. So I literally just got this last week, and then I gave it to my screen printer guy, and he made up some initial, sample shirts for me. But they're actually going to be screen printed. I just want to show you the process while we're here that we went through. So the first guy did really good artwork, but it wasn't what I was looking for. So I'll just show you what we got with the first guy here. So let me pull this up. The artwork. And I even did a sketch myself. I'm not like the best artist, so I couldn't really give him what I was looking for. So let me just pull this up over here and go over here. So this is the first one that I got, and I think it's great artwork. It looks like something from, like, I don't know, when I first started skateboarding back in the late 80s, early 90s, something that would be on a skateboard. He just wasn't getting what I was trying to say. I was looking for a very, very much less gross zombie. But he kept making it very gross, and I specifically told him, like, I didn't want, like, parts of the brain showing and stuff like that. So then he made another one, which also it's good art, but this was not what I was looking for either. I still think it was gross, and that's not what I wanted to represent the vegan zombie. Like, if any other zombie, that'd be great, but that's not what I was looking for. So finally I ended up, he did a lot of revisions, and it just was like, I don't think he's getting it. So I canceled that guy. Then I went to the other guy, and this was a sketch that I did real quick. I just basically was like, even that wasn't like, this is just my sketch that I did. Like, the other one, the other one was all rotted. This one is less rotted. This one had more hair. The other one had no hair. Like, the next one that I'm going to show you, the process that we went through was a lot better. So this is the first one that he gave me right here. So it's looking a little better. He kind of sampled it from my original vegan zombie. Let me see if I can pull up for you what the original vegan zombie here. The original one that I did, that I had someone do, is an amazing artwork, but I was looking for something more cartoony. So this is the original. This is what I had stickers on. This is amazing artwork. So he kind of sampled that, but I was looking for something more less mean looking and more like kid friendly. So let me pull this back up over here. Okay, so we're back over here. This is what he did over here, and I want to show you the evolution of how we got to where we're at right now. So this one right here is a lot more like what I was looking for, but then I was like, okay, a couple things here. I don't like the face. I want this, it was hard to describe it. I'm like, I want the face maybe more cartoony, if that makes sense. And I don't want this arm up here like this holding the carrot. That's too much like the other one. I wanted it maybe in across the chest holding up some carrots. And I didn't like the font. So he asked me what font that I liked. So I went on my computer and I just took a copy of this. I erased his font and I just kind of did my own font. And I was like, something like this. So let's go to the next picture here. This way. Okay, so there's the next one. Okay, I like the face a lot better. I said more of like an anime kind of thing. I like the face a lot better on this one. I hope you guys can see it. And the obviously the font was still not what I was looking for. And then he made a bag of carrots here. I was like, I don't like the bag of carrots. How about we just like root them from the ground? And the face is like not scary looking anymore, but also it's like you can't really tell he's a zombie. So I'm like, I like that he's not gross, but we got to put like some kind of scratches or stitches in there. So let's go to the next one. So the next one, this was my font. I'm like, I like this font a little bit better, but can you make it more torn? Because I couldn't do that through my, I mean, I probably could, but I didn't. I was paying him to do this, so I'm like, this is kind of how I want it, like kind of like curved up like this. And anyway, so this is what we got here. So he puts this font in. He puts the carrots in like this. The face is coming along. We got some stitches under there. We got some scars and scratches on the face. Doesn't look gross, but he doesn't quite look like he's not a zombie anymore. And well, you can't tell without the color, but one of the eyes are going to be like a zombie eye kind of thing. All right. So let's move on to I think the next one. So the next one is he put some tearing in the font right down here, and I'm like, oh, I really like that. What about you guys? Do you guys like? I like it. That's more like what I was going for. So now it's really coming along. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm like, okay, this is, because for a minute there, I'm like, I don't think I can get what's in my head into somebody else's brain to draw it up for me. So I'm like, okay, this is looking a lot better. It's more kid friendly. It's cool. All right, so let's go on. I think the next one's the color one. So color. So I'm like, oh wow, yeah, this looks good. He's got the red hoodie, he's got the blue t-shirt. I'm trying to keep the colors down too, remember, because the more colors, the more expensive it's going to cost me to print the shirt. So the one thing that I noticed right off the bat here, okay, so he's got two different eyes like that. I like that. That's what I was going for. But the hand and the carrot stem blend together, the same color. I'm like, oh, like it doesn't look right like that. So like we got to figure a way to get that. So he asked me if I want like some shading and contour, and I'm like, yeah, let's try that out. Okay. So, oh, and he also made the font. He also made the font down here green. And it just didn't look right. And I wanted these like kind of be like Halloween colors and stuff. So I'm like, well, what if we made the font orange? So, and I needed the stems to pop out from the hand. So the next one, I think we're getting down to the final. Okay, so there's the next one. It's not the final yet, but it's looking a lot better. Okay. The shading, the contour in there, the hand and the greens, they definitely pop out, so you can see a difference now. I didn't like the color of the font, so then the next one right here is how it's going to look. We got the orange font, and this is the final. And the eye, instead of being green, I said, how about we make one eye red and the other eye blue, like, because he's a newly formed zombie. He's the vegan zombie. And that will all come together when my movie comes out, and it explains the whole thing. I'm so reluctant to tell you guys why and everything until the movie comes out. But anyways, it's all well thought out. It's not just some misnomer. So here we go right now. So, and I said I wanted these to be printed on some, I like my shirts to be nice and comfortable, so I have to pick like a certain shirt out, and the ones that I usually print on were out, so I had to find another one. So he showed me some samples and stuff, and I was like, all right, so can we make those on like a black shirt and then give people a chance, to get it on a white shirt too. Personally, I don't like white shirts. I never wear white shirts, and I wouldn't wear a white shirt, but I know some people don't like to wear black all the time, so there's a white shirt for them. So I'm going to offer it in black and white. It looks good on both of them. So he printed a couple samples for me to pick up, but he printed it on like a transfer thing, which isn't going to be how it's going to be when you guys buy it. When you guys buy it, it's going to be like screen printed, 7 colors, and it's going to be a lot different from the actual heat transfer thing. So actually, I'm wearing one right now. I got it on. Let me see. I'll show you guys. There it is. Hope you guys can see it. Let me just come back over here and go like that. And there we go. It looks a lot brighter in real life than it does on the video, but I'm loving it. I love that new design. So there we go. have another one right here. You can see that. I'm happy with it. What do you guys think? Do you guys like this? Because it's going to be available. Actually, it's available right now. And there's a ticker on it because, like I said, he can't just print one of these. He's got to set it up with 7 different colors. So you got to print. It's kind of be like a pre-order. So there's a ticker going on right now, and I think there's 6 days left right now to order these and the masks if you guys are interested. And I also had him. Let me just pull up the. You can tell I'm excited about this one. I need to pull up the actual site for you guys real quick because we have another one that I'm actually excited to get myself. Okay, so let me pull this back up. Okay, so there's actually 7 days left. So 7 days left, and then all orders will ship on October 29th. So like I said, there's a possibility for some of you, depending on where you live, that you might get it by Halloween. Other people will get it like right after Halloween. But anyway, we have it in lady shirts, men's shirts, unisex. But also, this is what I really liked. I wanted that nice 3/4 sleeve shirt, like the baseball, the 80s kind of thing. And the blue and the gray with that on there. So I'm excited about that. Actually, oh, and we got a black one too, a black and gray. I think I might ask him to do black and blue sleeves because I like to wear just black on my and we also have aprons too. So, and then we have the hats, you know, the hats, which I just actually ordered one of those for myself, but let me just pull this up, see how it looks over here. And this is just, there it is, vegan zombie. So if you guys are interested in getting this, then by all means hurry and do so before the time's up. And I don't know when I'll do the next one after that, but unfortunately, like, it's not print on demand. Like, you know, you buy one shirt and they print it up for you and send it to you. I have to do these kind of pre-orders, and that's the same thing I did with the ET shirts, the Be Good to Animal shirts. So there's the link. Let me just like pin this message up there. Okay, so the link's up there at the top. If you guys at any point in this video want to go over and pick one up, it will be up there for 7 more days, and then I'll have to do another pre-order, which I'm not sure when I'll do that, but probably sometime coming up in the next month. And then, oh, and we also have this is the new design that I actually ordered this for myself. I told you I changed the design for this, the Zombie Crew, to this, which I like this one better, and I'm gonna order that one. I actually ordered that one for myself because I love the camel hats. I used to wear them when I was a kid, but I changed the Zombie Crew. I know I like the bunnies in here like this, but I think that the average person wouldn't understand why I got bunnies in Zombie Crew, that it doesn't say vegan zombie. So all my vegan zombie stuff has bunnies on it, but the Zombie Crew, I put zombies on there instead of the bunnies, and I put a baseball bat, kind of like Lucille, for the I instead of the E. And by the way, that's just like a mock-up of it. What it'll actually be will be embroidered. It'll be embroidered on there. That's just like kind of a quick little graphic on there, but that's what that's like. And there's other hats too. All the hats are embroidered, by the way. I got a Go Vegan one that I ordered as well, so I'll be wearing that on the show. Excited about the shirts. Put that back there. And anyway, what else do we have? And then there's certain things that you can still buy at any time, like the aprons, because they're kind of like this, the transfer on. And then probably, I forgot to ask, I tried to get the shirt like hoodies, but they're out of those. So I'll probably, and we got the beanies here too that I just kind of plug in all my merchandise here, but let's do it while we're at it. And then we got the thicker hoodies and the aprons and the little kid stuff. But these are ET thing, and right now we're not doing the actual screen print of it, but you can still at any point get the hoodies and stuff because it's kind of like the iron-on kind of thing. It's only the t-shirts that are the screen printed and stuff. But these are like warm hoodies and stuff. And probably the next pre-order I do with the Vegan Zombie, I'll include thicker hoodies because we're getting into colder weather and stuff. But anyway, that's pretty much what I got right now. And this is kind of like a charcoal black, not like a straight up solid black, which I'm going to try to get on there. But right now that's what we had available for like a nice comfortable shirt. All right, guys, that's my apparel. I hope you guys like the new design. I hope everybody that asked for the masks, there was a bunch of you. I hope everybody could see that we have them up there now, so go get them while you can. And the next thing I have for you guys tonight is I have some things to show you, and a couple things I am going to taste test. I'm not going to taste test everything, as you can see why in a second here. Yeah, you can still get the ET hoodies. Anything on that bottom row you can still get at any point, and they'll make it for you and send it to you. There's not a ticker for that. There's not like a time frame for that. You can buy those at any point. Anything that's embroidered, like the hats, the aprons, and the thick hoodies, you can get at any time. And then the little kid stuff, because of the size difference in there, you know, instead of like reducing the actual screen print for the actual screen print, we're just doing the it's kind of like a heat transfer. It's still really cool, but I know some people don't like that. You can see it's, you know. So that's what we got right now. We're on live chat. Okay. So the next thing I want to show you are some new vegan products. Okay. First thing we have here is Nancy's. Nancy's makes yogurt, and they make a ton of vegan yogurt, and they send me some of their new products. I know I showed it on my show before. They have like a lot of oat milk stuff, which they gave me like all of their stuff. They have like big pints of it and stuff. I didn't bring it all here. It's in my kitchen. So, but this is like some of their newer things, and it's fall themed. Okay, so obviously we have, this is their original vanilla oat milk probiotic yogurt. We've already tried that on the show. This is new. This one right here is apple cinnamon. And I will probably give that one a try. And there's one other one. And then there's the blueberry, which I don't think the blueberry is new. But this one is new. Oh, no, this one's not new. I don't think. This is strawberry hibiscus. I think this one has been out. But the apple cinnamon is new. So I'm going to leave this one over here and try that one. And then a whole other package right here, which, let me find my knife. Not good when, you don't know when a zombie's going to break in. You need to know where that knife is. All right. I'm gonna say some of their different vegan yogurt right there. What's that other one? They got this taped up real good. Okay, let's see. What do we got here? We got all the goodies. Oh, it looks like they have 3 new flavors. Okay. We got a nice fall themed bag. I can put that bag down so I don't get anything on my computer. Like that. It's wrapped up very nicely. Are these some free coupons? free coupons. What are these? Note cards, in case I gotta write some notes down about how they taste. And all right, so this is it. It says breakfast in a box. So we got some vegan breakfast here. Welcome to stream. If you guys just got here, we're just opening up some new products here. We're gonna test it out, and then if you guys missed it at the end, I'll kind of go over some of the apparel that I got again. My new. Oh wow! Look at this. Look at that. You know what? I feel like I should probably get a picture of this first. It's all before I like take it all out of there, and I don't know. It just looks really nice. So let me get that before I make it all messy. All right. Wow, look at that. They gave me a bowl and a spoon. They gave me one of these spoons before, and I got to tell you, it's one of my favorite spoons to use. Wow, this is like a whole ritual here. I got a little bowl where I can put probably granola and the yogurt together. And then this looks like their yogurt. I mean, their granola, crunchy granola. And just making sure that it's all vegan. So nice. It's nice and cold too. It was sitting in my refrigerator. Okay, so I'm not going to eat out of the bowl right now. I'm going to just eat right out of the container. But it looks like I didn't get all the new ones. I don't think the cold brew was in there, but they have a cold brew one. So this is the apple cinnamon right here. I'm gonna just give that a little try. See how that tastes. Okay. Oh wait, you know, I gotta wash this spoon first. I'm not gonna use that spoon. I brought a spoon up with me. This is actually the Follow Your Heart spoon. Apple cinnamon. That's really good. Yeah, if you guys find this, pick it up, check it out. There's no chunks in it. I know some people like, you know, the chunky things in their yogurt. I never liked that when I was a kid, but I didn't start liking yogurt until I was vegan. It's really good though. So yeah, Nancy's has a lot of different oat-based yogurt that is completely vegan. If you guys want to check that out. The vanilla one is really good too. So apple and cinnamon. I think that's my favorite one by them right now. All right. Let's see. What else do I have? Okay. So the next thing maybe I will try it. I don't have anything to try it with right up here, but I did post on this on my Instagram, so you guys might already know about this. But Follow Your Heart gave me some vegan Feta Crumbles. Brand new. I have not tried it yet. Maybe I'll try a little piece. That's what it looks like, all crumbly and feta-y, but cruelty-free. Okay, let's try. There it is. Looks like a crack rock. I mean, a piece of snow. It's good. I wasn't like a Feta expert or anything since I went vegan at such a young age. I can't really compare. But this is definitely good. I would put this in like a salad or just about sprinkle over some pasta maybe. I don't know. What do you do with feta? To me, that's some good cheese. It's like I can't tell. It's like a saltiness to it or something. It's really good though. Put it in a hero, gyro, maybe even falafel. All right, and then the last thing that I have for you guys, it's already open. This actually wasn't mine. Rachel bought this. This was to benefit Mockingbird Farm Sanctuary, which I'm wearing their hat right now. And they had on their site these vegan chocolate bars, which a certain percent of these goes to the animal sanctuary. And let me see. Tropa Treats, vegan rice crunch. They're like Rice Krispie bars. I mean, like almost like Nestle Crunch. And I tried a little piece of this last night, and it's super good. But there you go, Rice Crisps bars. And of course, you can go over to Mockingbird Farm Sanctuary's website, or I found it on their Instagram. You can go to their Instagram. I think they posted it right there on their Instagram, and you can go to these guys straight through there. Get yourself some chocolate bars. I'm going back to the yogurt. This is good. A pizza salad. Yeah, so when you guys see that in the stores, know that I'm already telling you right now, it's good. Have I lied to you? No. They gave me Kalamata, a bag of Kalamata olives with it from Gaia, which I love those olives, by the way. I got like boxes of them at Bargain Grocer. You get them for really cheap, and I would snack on them all the time. But all right, so that's it for showing you guys the new products. I told you there was only a few. And like I said, these guys, I don't have it here, but they also have a cold brew. And it looks like one other. I couldn't tell what it was, though. And we talked about the apparel. So if you guys want to do a Q&A, we can do that. If not, we can wrap this up. Let me just pull up the YouTube channel so I can... I like to see you guys straight on the YouTube channel, not just the... There we go. Put this over here. Bring this over here. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's how I like to make them. Honest and simple. Yeah, this is so good that I think anybody, it doesn't, when I say that something's good like this, it's like, it's not good for just being vegan. It's good. So I think pretty much most people would like this. Everybody's got a different palate, I know, but I think in general I have a pretty good palate, and I can tell when something's good or not. No ghost stories this year? I saved the ghost stories for like right before Halloween. I mean, the problem is that I've already told everybody's got their own like experience with like something scary or paranormal, and I've told that story so many times that I think most people have already heard them. If you guys really want, I'll pick one of mine and maybe we can tell a story at the end of the stream. the merch behind me. My new shirt, the Vegan Zombie shirt. Right there. And then, of course, we have the merch over on the store. Which is over there. And the link is up at the top. You guys can just click that and see everything I have to offer right now. Unfortunately, on the site, they don't go to Canada, and that's because of the shipping and handling. But if you email me, we can figure something out as far as shipping goes. And then, because I always like to offer any of my stuff to anybody. But if you go to, see, this is through my screen printer site. So right now, they only go to the USA. But if you go to anything on my site, because I print my own shirts, I know it's kind of confusing because I have like 2 different sites, but if you want the original Zombie Crew or Vegan Zombie shirts, I print those here at my house, and I have the same thing set up on the site. It'll only ship in the United States, but anybody that messages me, I don't care where you are, as long we can figure out how much the shipping is going to be, and if you're willing to pay the shipping, then I'm willing to send you the product. Ralph, thank you for the super chat. Streamlabs, I do use Streamlabs for Twitch. I use Streamlabs every time I Twitch. I just don't use it for YouTube. I used OBS, which owns Streamlabs pretty much. I know, I would love to have some new ghost stories, but right now, I only have what I have. Nothing scary has happened. Let's see. I've been posting my 31 Days of Halloween horror movie of the night every single day here in October. I post that over on Instagram, the Vegan Zombie, and also the Facebook. So if you guys are, if you're into horror, Halloween, scary movies, stuff like that, not all of them have to be scary, because I don't necessarily think, if we're talking scary movies, then I have a whole different list. And if we're talking like Halloween movies, it doesn't all have to be scary. Because technically, I think I said something contrary to this the other day, but E.T. right here, my favorite movie of all time, I consider that a Halloween movie because it's during Halloween. They go trick-or-treating. So that's going to be on my list. So your stepmom stole your Vegan Zombie hoodie and you had to steal it back? Wow. I'm glad you got it back. But wow, the demand. You're going to need 2. You hate when shirts come up way too high. You mean like they're not long enough? I hate that too because I'm tall. So I try to find a certain shirt that I really like. And like lately I've been going with Bella Canvas. I used to go with Next Level Apparel and before that American Apparel. But there's a few other ones now that are... But yeah, I'm tall, so like I don't like when it's too high up because you buy a size up and it just goes out this way but not down this way. So I know what you mean there. I'm very picky with the shirts that I wear. No, I never saw the skeleton key, but you just reminded me. That's what I was going to tell you guys. So some of the movies and shows, I haven't watched too many movies lately, and that's because I was watching a series. I watched the Haunting of Bly Manor, and I don't know if anybody's seen that, but it's related to the Haunting of Hill House. It's on Netflix. Did anyone see that? And if you did, what did you think of it? All right, I just devoured that oat milk, apple cinnamon. Super good. Skeleton Key, I got to see that. He looked in the mirror. You saw the first episode of Hill House. Are you going to watch more, Craig? What's up, No Way, Craig? Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Like I normally try to find the good in every show that I watch, every movie I watch, and if I didn't like it too much, I'll be like, it was okay. It was okay. But I'm sorry, The Haunting of Bly Manor was one of the worst shows I've seen. I can't even tell you how much I hated it. You guys might think differently. I just felt like it was very boring. I mean, sometimes shows are boring for the first episode or two, but this was like the first 8 episodes. Like maybe the last 2 episodes were picked up a little bit better, but I mean, this was, in my opinion, it definitely wasn't scary. So don't think it's going to be scary. And I know some of the promotions for it is like the scariest show you're going to see. No, it's not scary at all. I'm being very honest. I didn't like it, but I have a problem where when I start something, I got to finish it. So I watched every episode. I finished it and I was like, thank God, we're done. And then I watched what is it off? What's the name of it? Hooba Halloween or something with Adam Sandler. I watched that. And then I just watched Vampires versus the Bronx, or is that the Bronx versus Vampires? Anyway, it's like a kid movie. I'll tell you, it reminded me. Think of a modern day, almost like Goonies / Lost Boys. I mean, it's nowhere near as good as either one of the Goonies or Lost Boys, but that the feeling that I had with it, and it was. I mean, there's a couple scenes in it that are straight out of Lost Boys, but so it was entertaining. I liked it. It was fun, and that's on Netflix right now too. It's not, you're not going to be like scared or anything. It's the unscariest scary show. You tried to like Brooklyn 999. It never got funny. Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Did that have who was in it? Andy Samberg? You know what I said? This is what I said when I got done watching The Haunting of Bly Manor. I'm like, it's got Henry Thomas in it from the best movie ever, E.T., and then he goes to the worst show ever. Like, how does that happen? Yeah, the Adam Sandler movie was horrible. If you're just looking for something to put on in the background, though, I don't know. Girl on the Third Floor. I didn't see that. Yeah, I was hoping that the Hubby Halloween would be a little better. You know, it wasn't. I mean, just for fun, still go watch it if you want. Like, it's nothing scary or anything like that, but I don't know. I like anything spooky or Halloweeny, so I'll at least give it a shot. Oh yeah, Craig's got a lot of camping videos or hiking videos and stuff that he's been doing. So go check those out on his channel. Solo camping adventures. Beth turned Adam Sandler movie out halfway through. I will admit, I kind of fell asleep halfway through and then I woke up at the end. So I saw most of it. Oh yeah, the Bates Motel. Um, I watched that back in 2017 up until whatever season they had out up until that point, and I haven't seen the new ones. I think there might be 1 or 2 new seasons since I last watched it. But yeah, I love that show too. I still have to pick a movie for tonight. The new design. Oh yeah, I still have this up. There, how's that look? Let's try to trim this down a little bit. That's the new design I have. If you guys are just joining us, the link is up at the top. Nope, don't want to do that. That. The link's up at the top if you want to order one of these. There is a time limit right now. It's the next 7 days. You can order this, and it will ship out on the 29th. It's the new vegan zombie shirt. It's the one that I'm wearing right now. It's available in white and black. No, I didn't discontinue the, like, if you go to the link up at the top, and there's still a few products you can buy anytime, but the ET be good to animal shirt is the exact same deal as what I'm showing you on the screen right now. It's multiple colors, so we got 7 colors on each one, and it's nothing that somebody can just like buy one of and then they print it up and send it to you. So I have to do like pre-orders for it. But I will be doing another one coming up probably in December. I'll do a pre-order for both of these. The vegan zombie after the first couple printings, and then we'll also bring the ET one back. But it's something that I have to do a pre-order for, because we can't just print one. It's not efficient. I've seen Night of the Demons. In fact, I skipped through it last night on whatever. I looked at Hulu, and I was looking for a good movie to watch last night. What did I watch? I don't remember. What did I even watch? Yep, I saw Last House on the Left. Who is the character? Vegan Zombie. Why am I pressing the wrong? Okay, there it is. Yeah, the character on this is the Vegan Zombie. Yeah, so he's a vegan zombie. Yep, I seen Shutter Island. That was years ago. I saw that. That's a nice psychological thriller. I'm glad you guys are liking the new design. Oh, no. This is just a character I came up with. Just vegan zombie. I was going to cartoonize myself. I mean, that's kind of what I was going on, but the original House on Haunted Hill, black and white version, a long time ago. And I also saw the remake from the 90s. And I also read the book. I don't know if I'm watching anything nice. So I haven't watched every one that... just because I'm recommending a movie for a night doesn't mean I'm watching them. I'm just recommending one. So, yeah. I haven't watched all these... I mean, I've watched all the movies that I've showed you guys, just not the night that I'm showing you guys. So I don't know if I'm going to watch anything tonight. But I know I have to post something. We have the Children of the Corn story. I could tell that story real quick just because I kind of wrote it out, but I couldn't be as detailed in the script as what really happened. So when I was little, Children of the Corn was on TV. I think it was on HBO, and we never had HBO, but we did for like a trial run or whatever. We had a TV guide. This is in the early 80s, by the way. I was young, and I had never, at that point, I don't think I had ever seen a horror movie, or at least not that I was allowed to watch or anything like that. I think this might have been my first experience seeing a horror movie. It's my first recollection, although I did see The Hand with Michael Caine, but I don't know, and I think that was just on. Like, I don't think I was like allowed to watch it. It was just on, and I was watching it. And I was like, "Oh, what happened? What's going on? What's going on? Like, this is scary." But anyway, Children of the Corn. So there I was. I think I was around 8 years old. My mom thinks I was younger, but the movie came out in 1984, so that makes me 8 years old. So there I was, 8 years old, looking at the TV guide, and my brother is about 2.5 years younger than me. So you're thinking like 5-year-old brother. And I'm looking at the TV guide and it says Children of the Corn. And I'm like, Mom, can I watch Children of the Corn? She says, no, you can't. It's not for kids and you're not going to watch it. It's too scary. And I'm like, please, I was one of those kids. I was probably really annoying. I didn't like to take no for an answer. I'm like, please, 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 can I watch it? Please. No, you can't watch it. I'm like, look, it's on at 4 a.m. Can I watch it at 4 a.m.? She's like, sarcastically, she says, sure, you can watch it at 4 a.m. She didn't realize that I didn't understand sarcasm. And also, I guess that was like probably the beginning of me being me, like, I mean, she only knew me for 8 years at that point. So, like, if I'm going to put my mind to something and do something, I'm going to do it. So, but anyway, she didn't think I was going to watch it. She just said that to shut me up. Sure, you can watch it at 4 a.m. So, I went and I put my alarm on 3:50 in the morning. I still remember putting my alarm clock on. I think it was like a Mickey Mouse alarm. It was one of those ones that you wind it up, and when the alarm goes off, it goes ding 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 ding, and the thing hits the thing hits the two little bells. It goes. Drrrr. So 3:50 around comes in the morning, and I remember at that point I was sharing a bedroom with my brother. So I woke up and I walk over to my brother's bed. I'm like, hey, Pat, get up. We're going to go watch Children of the Corn. So he wakes up. We grab our blankets. We go all the way to the furthest end of the house, all the way downstairs in the family room. And we turn on this little TV that we had. And we sit down. I'm sitting in the comfy kind of lazy boy rocking chair kind of thing. And up to our left, there's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a gated see-through thing from like upstairs to downstairs where you could like peek your head and look downstairs kind of thing. So we start watching Children of the Corn. It's not any more than like maybe 10 minutes into the movie. And my mom walks downstairs in her nightgown and she's like, what are you guys doing? What time is it? I'm like, it's like 4 a.m. We're watching Children of the Corn. Boom, 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 boom. You get your butts back in bed right now. She turns the TV off, sends us back to bed. So yeah, she likes to tell all of her friends that story too now, looking back at it. But that's what happened. And the funny thing is, I don't have too much of a recollection of watching that movie, only seeing like the corn like wrapping around. I don't know. That's what I saw in my head. And then I didn't see the movie again for like literally 30 plus years because I never watched it again until recently, like a few years back. I decided, let's give it another try, Children of the Corn. And I saw the opening scene again. I mean, it's really nothing today for me, like after all the movies I've seen in the past. But seeing the first 10 minutes of this film and then going back to like 1984, 85 as a little kid watching that, I'm like, oh my God, that's what I watched as a little kid with my little brother, Children of the Corn. I mean, if you guys are familiar with it, you know what I'm talking about. These kids going into town, like basically taking out the adults. I don't know. So anyway, that's my first horror movie that I watched that I can recall. (1986) is From Beyond? No, I don't think so. Yeah, Children of the Corn was like a typical 80s horror. I just watched Poltergeist a couple weeks ago. Oh, do you know my story about Nightmare on Elm Street? So Nightmare on Elm Street is the first horror movie I was allowed to watch. And I know I just told this story recently, but I'll just tell it again. So, I believe I was probably the same age as your son is now. I think I was 13. And let's see, 13 years old. That brings it to like 19. Maybe I was 11 or 12. What was it? When did Nightmare on Elm Street come out? That would probably let me know a little bit better what the date was. Nightmare on Elm Street came back. Okay, 1984 it came out. Okay, so maybe I was a little bit younger than 13. Okay, so it was 1984. I probably saw it in about 1980. I was probably 10. It's probably like 1986-ish. My parents brought me over. Yeah, because if I was 13, I probably wouldn't have had to do that. My parents brought me over to my grandparents' house. And these were my mom's parents. And I don't remember why, and this was like the only situation I can remember doing this, but they brought me there for some reason I was being babysat by them. But none of my brothers or sister was. At that point, my sister was only like two. One or two, like one. So I don't know where they were. They were probably with somebody else, another relative or anything. But they dropped me off at my grandparents' house. And my grandfather, now that I look back, was pretty maybe obsessed with the order of things. Like they had like a fairly small apartment, but every wall was filled up with stacks and stacks of those little containers of VHS tapes. He recorded everything. He had more movies than a Blockbuster at the time. And he had like a clipboard with all these papers of where you could find any movie. And like pages and pages, like it'd be like B14, and you'd go to B drawer 14 and you'd look early in and you'd find that movie. And so he had movies of everything. He recorded everything. And he had everything perfectly timed to record different movies that came out. And so any movie anybody wanted to watch, he had it. We didn't have to go to a Blockbuster. So my mom's like, I don't know, Chris, just, pick out a movie, have your grandfather put a movie in for you, and, just do that. We got to go. So I'm like, any movie? She's like, well, within reason. I'm like, can I watch Nightmare on Elm Street? And she's like, no. I'm like, please, come on. And she's like, no, absolutely not. You're going to have nightmares. And then my grandfather was like, come on, let him watch it. So she's in a hurry, and she's like, all right, but you better not become crying to me when you have nightmares, bud, or something like that. And I was like, oh, I promise I won't. So my grandfather puts in Nightmare on Elm Street, and he doesn't even stay in the room with me. He leaves the room. I'm in the room by myself watching Nightmare. My mom leaves, and I'm like, oh, I got what I wanted. And then I start thinking to myself, I'm like, uh-oh, what did I get myself into? And so I'm watching Nightmare on Elm Street, and for those of you that know Nightmare on Elm Street, it starts off, pretty scary, Freddy with and the creepy music, and I'm like, doon, 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 and I'm like, oh, what did I do? I don't have any friends here with me. I don't have any, I'm at my grandparents' house. I can't run into their room. I said I wanted to do this. I better stick with it. I'm like, all right, it's just a scary movie. I can do this. But I had never really been allowed. I was pretty sheltered. I've never been allowed to watch scary movie up until this point. So I watched Nightmare on Elm Street to the end, and then it's time for bed. Now I'm really freaking out because what did I get myself into? You guys that know Nightmare on Elm Street know exactly what I'm probably thinking right now. Is I'm laying in bed and I can't call my grandparents because I'm oh, I'm a big kid, I'm 10, I'm not gonna act like a little baby. And I'm thinking to myself, I didn't realize the premise of Nightmare on Elm Street before I watched it. And I'm thinking, oh, it's probably just I don't know, maybe just something scary. I can handle it. But I started thinking about it, and I'm like, well, Freddy only kills kids, and I'm a kid, and he only does it when you're asleep, and I gotta go to sleep. I don't know what to, I was so scared. I was so scared, and that's like that's the I'll never forget that. That was the memory of the first time I was allowed to watch a scary movie. And before that, I would hang out with one of my friends whose parents were not strict at all. My parents were the strict parents. His parents were like, we could do whatever, and basically they were never even home. So we would go to his house. I mean, that's where we first started watching MTV and stuff when MTV came out. I know I'm old, but that's, I watched Friday the 13th at his house. I remember watching Friday the 13th, and that was pretty scary to me, but I think Nightmare on Elm Street scared me a lot more. So I did watch American Horror Story Asylum, and I did like that one. That was the Banana Fan of Full Fan. I love that one. I loved Asylum. Jessica Lange is great. Hereditary. Okay, so I know I've said this before on my live streams, but for me, Hereditary, well, this is how I felt about Hereditary. I really liked it. I thought it was really scary all the way up until the end. I felt like it was like masterfully written and executed all the way up until the end. And I feel like in my head, the writer just said I don't know who the writer is, but whoever the writer was gave it to like some elementary school kid and said, here, finish the movie. That's how I feel about it. I don't know. I feel like it was really scary. It was well done. It's cinematography, everything up until the end. And then I'm like, what happened? And usually, the end can make or break a movie. I mean, the end can make a bad movie great. I remember one of my favorite movies at the time was The Usual Suspects. And I thought that movie was so boring all the way until the end. And I was like, oh my God, I got to see this again. This is a brilliant movie. And I watched it again over and over, and I'm like seeing all the things I didn't see before. And the end made that movie amazing. But for me, the end made Hereditary not so good. There is a couple American Horror Stories I did not see yet. I think the newest one I didn't see, and I didn't finish Roanoke. And I don't think I really cared for Carnival. But there's some other ones. The Asylum was one of my favorites. And The Hotel. I loved The Hotel too. Yeah, Jaws. Yeah, Jaws scared that crap out of everybody back in the 70s and still to this day, I think. I think everybody stopped swimming for a summer after Jaws came out. Yeah, Manta, same here. After seeing Jaws, like whenever I would be in a swimming pool, I would get out. You start getting out, and you start getting out extra fast. Like he's gonna get my, But like I wouldn't swim anywhere but a swimming pool because of stuff like that. Like I wouldn't go in a pond. I wouldn't go in any. I just didn't like to go in open water, no lakes or anything like that. Yeah, I visited my friend in Hawaii back in 2006, and we went out on a boat tour to Horseshoe Island, and everybody got out, and I'm like, I did not want to get in the water. But then I told myself, like, this is once in a lifetime for me, at least. I'm never in Hawaii, It's the only time I'm like, I should just do it. Everybody's in this ocean, and I start looking, and I know this is probably bad of me to think, but I started looking, and I'm like, well, look how many people are in here. And there's a lot of people that are like, I feel like I'm more in shape than most of these people. And then I started thinking, I'm like, well, if a shark did come, I could probably make it to the boat before everybody else. And I know that's bad to think, but I jumped in, and I actually had a good time in there. The water was crystal clear, and it was probably like 16 or 20 feet deep, so I could see the bottom. And since it was so clear, you felt like you were flying. And there were sea turtles and stuff, which weren't going to bite us. And like I have pictures and everything. It was awesome. But then my friend did something completely stupid that I never would have done. He lived out there, so whatever. But he went all the way down and he freaking pet an eel. I'm like, you're crazy, dude. You just pet an eel. I never really got into Van Halen, although there is a movie that my dad took of me when I was 1983 or 4, and I'm out in my backyard with my brother, hanging out in the sandbox. I'm wearing I complete 80s outfit. Like I look ridiculous, but I was wearing a Van Halen hat and I come up to the movie camera that he's taking the movie of and I take off my head and I go, Van Halen. Yeah, there's a few Van Halen songs that I did like, but I wasn't like a huge fan. I like David Lee Roth, and I remember when he did a solo, I remember when I was little, we really liked the music video Yankee Rose. I don't know. MDMA as yeah, but I'm straight edge. I wouldn't do any of that. The 80s Critters movie, like Critters, Tremors, Ghoulies, Gremlins. Gremlins is one of my favorites. Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Oh, we weren't. Oh, yeah. But to elaborate on that, when we were in the ocean, when I was in Hawaii, we weren't by any shore. The boat was in the middle of the ocean, and we all got off the boat. It was part of the tour to go in there. My friends, of course, me. I'm like, I can't be in the sun. Like, I get really bad sunburn. So I actually rented a full on wetsuit, top half at least. I had like swimming shorts and a wetsuit top half. I have pictures of it, and my friends were like straight up like local Hawaiian. They're just wearing like swim shorts. That's it. I'm like, I can't. I would get sunburned so bad. So you watched Critters yesterday? Yeah, that's a movie I haven't seen in a really really long time. The Masked Vegan. What's up? Yeah. Well, we weren't too far in the middle of nowhere. We were on an uninhabited horseshoe island. Um, we were by the volcanoes. I went to Maui. I visited Maui, so that was 2006. My friend lived right off of a volcano. Yeah, I've always got really bad sunburn, so I try to, everyone in my family is like that, so I try not to stand the sun. I've had really bad sun. My brother got a really bad sunburn. He couldn't move. He had to stay in bed. You started playing guitar after Eddie died. Just showing my legs off in Hawaii. Uh, I think I probably got sunburn on my head too. I had really short hair back then. You wouldn't recognize me. But yeah, I had fun out there. But I wouldn't want to live there. I felt like, I mean, you're trapped on an island pretty much. We drove around the island. Yeah, that would be me. I would look like a lobster, all red. I did that when I went with my friends, and all I did was do what they did. They didn't get sunburned, I did. But when I was 18, we took a road trip down to Florida and we sat out on Daytona Beach. And there's video of me. I took my shirt off and like it looked like I had a different body than my head and my arms because my arms and from my neck where my shirt was up was bright red and everything else was white as a ghost. So that's me. I got to stay out of the sun like that. I'm trying to think of any. I'm trying to watch some other like spooky things and like scary stories and stuff. And if I can find any good ones, I'll try to tell them on here. I'd like to tell some new ones but I also like to be original and tell my own. But I feel like I've told them too many times. Like people are like, oh, we heard this last year and the year before and the year before that. The lobster movie you told me about it. What's the name of it again? Make something up. Well, when I also went in the ocean, but not really too far into the ocean when I went to the vegan cruise in the Caribbean. So out on like St. Thomas and was it Costa Rica? I think. I don't know. I have videos of it all. I was with John and I didn't go too far out there. I just kind of, I just don't like going in the ocean though. But I kind of did that day. I was like, I'm doing it. Look at me, but I'm always afraid. You see those like on National Geographic or whatever Animal Planet or whatever shows they are. It's like most deadliest creatures, and like it just. If you're going to go to the ocean, don't watch one of those that's about Australia because like everywhere around Australia, it seems there's something deadly that can kill you. And it's like these things hide in the sand. And if you step on it, you could die, like it'll sting you. And like those are the kind of things that make me not want to go in the water and not even want to go on the beach without wearing like boots, I've been a little bit slow on the PS4 games because I've been trying to level up to 50 on EverQuest P99 before the new expansion comes out sometime next month. So I've been putting a lot of time into that, which I probably will be doing a little bit later on tonight. Speaking of which, I still need to make a couple posts tonight, so I'm going to have to cut this short. So I'll answer any more questions we have real quick. Yes, I've seen Sphere. I'm trying to remember. Sphere is a lot like... It was underwater there, wasn't it? And it's a lot like Event Horizon. Oh, your buddy's uncle was attacked by a sea turtle? Oh, wow. Sounds more like a snapper. I thought the sea turtles were harmless. Oh, I would never go in the ocean at night. If anything even touched me, because you can't just get out of the water. You can't hover out of the water and fly away. You're in that water with whatever's in there, and there's a lot more in there than you. I think when I was little, I went into a lake when we were camping, and some seaweed got tangled around my foot, and I freaked out, and I never wanted to go in there again. Like, I would not go in a pond or anything like that. Mom fail. You tried to tell a scary story, and it just wasn't working. No, I'm not from Buffalo. I'm from Syracuse. Beth goes to the ocean every. Which ocean? I was thinking about. I don't have anything ready or written down for the guessing game, but we could do a guessing game. We can make it horror related. And for the people that don't watch my other channel live streams, the guessing game is basically you guys guess. I'm going to think of something horror related. It could be a movie, it could be a director, it could be a character in a movie, it could be an actor, or a writer. And you guys got to ask me questions to get to the answer. Don't just blurt out answers. Try to get to that by asking me like, is it a person? Is it a character? Is it an actor? Are they alive? Are they dead? Anything you can get to the answer. So let's play that. We can start. Oh, you're on the east part of Florida. I used to live I used to live right by one of the nicest beaches. Well, voted one of the nicest beaches here in the United States, and that was I lived in Sarasota, Florida, and they had Siesta Key, which is a really nice white sand beach. And I would never go there because I hate the beach. People would be like, "You lived right there and you didn't?" No, we got St. Armand Circle and all that. Yeah, I lived in Sarasota, Florida for a few years, and then I lived in St. Pete, and then I lived in Gainesville, which Gainesville there's no beaches. I didn't see it, Plant Patrol, but I skipped through it last night, the David Attenborough documentary. Okay. Okay, so all right, let's go. Let's do this. We'll do this guessing game. I'll show you guys the new shirts again real quick, and then we'll call it a night. Okay, so I'm thinking of something. So you guys start the guessing game, if you guys want to play. It's not a movie. Yes, I'm thinking of a male. Horror related. He's not a character. Not an actor, and also not a character. Yes, I'm thinking of a director. He's a director. Yep. He is tall. Also a writer and a director. Over 50. Not Stephen King. And not Rob Zombie. Yeah, he was popular in the 70s. Steven Seagal. Nope. So we have that he's a writer director. Yes, he was only famous for horror movies. Yes, you're right. George Romero. He actually got a start on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and doing some local TV commercials, but he wasn't really famous until he did Night of the Living Dead. And unfortunately, he's not alive anymore. George Romero, he did Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. He's the godfather of zombies. Yes, my favorite director, George Romero. I'm looking around here. And I'm also we'll do one more. I'm thinking this time. I'm thinking of a movie. So go. On Wednesday we'll do more of these on my second channel. We can do a bunch of them. The director that did Aliens and Terminator, James Cameron. Ridley Scott did Alien. No, the movie is not from the 80s. It's from the 70s. It's a horror movie. No zombies are in it. There we go. Halloween. Yep. Halloween, you got it. That was an easy one. We got one of the most famous horror directors and one of the most famous horror movies. There we go. All right, so last but not least, yep, just the, again, this is the shirt. I know it's been up here the whole time. This is my new shirt right here. Still got 7 more days to get it. And it'll be delivered. It'll ship out on the October 29th. And the link is right up here, pinned to the top. There's other things on there. It comes in different colors. It comes in the short, the 3/4 sleeve, and there's also my vegan zombie mask. You guys asked for the masks, so we've got a bunch of different masks here. We got the zombie crew. I kind of have a mask for everything. So zombie crew is, just in case, you want that zombie themed and you just didn't want anything to say vegan on it. We got vegan zombie if you're, you want to promote vegan zombie or just, be a vegan zombie. We have it also in green, which looks pretty cool. And if you don't want anything zombie related, we got Go Vegan, the Stranger Things font right there. And these are all comfortable masks. We all need masks these days. So, and then the shirts are over here too. So it's all up there. You can get those, and there's like a hoodie and stuff you can get of the old ET thing, the Be Good to Animals that I designed that I designed up here. Someone else designed it for me, but I told them what I wanted to be more specific. Anyway, it's all there on the site, as well as there's a link below for my other merchandise, which I print myself here at my house, which you can get at any point too. Zombie Crew, Vegan Zombie, the Go Vegan, that stuff. So there's a shout out to that. Again, I just want to say thanks to Nancy's for sending me the oat milk. You guys, this is really good. I ate the whole thing at the beginning of the stream. It's apple cinnamon. It's one of their new flavors. They got 3 new ones, and that's it. I'm sticking to it. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I'll be dropping another video probably tomorrow. So be on that. It's going to be like all kind of taste test stuff. So be on the lookout for that. And we'll be doing another one of these kind of live streams on my second channel, which you can find right over to the featured channels of my show. It's just my name, Chris Cooney. And we do those every week. But I'll probably be going on Twitch later on tonight. The Vegan Zombie on Twitch with no E at the end. So have a good night. I'll be posting on Instagram later, so check that out too. And see you later.